We have got one viewer. Hi, you. I am sorry. I'm having technical difficulties. It should not be so complicated. Okay, so today I wanted to go through life hacks for entrepreneurs. Hopefully you can hear me. My mic is showing a yellow thing, and I don't know what that means. But anyways, I wanted to go through life hacks for entrepreneurs and parents. So this will apply to pretty much everybody. There might be a couple things here and there that, you know, you can kind of take it with a grain of salt. It just doesn't apply to you. But for the most part, I figured life hacks, right? Because, I mean, if you have like, okay, I do this particular thing and I want a life hack in that sense, yeah, okay. I mean, that works out, right? Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, what in general, what's broad for you in life that's still gonna work? That's kind of where I was trying to go with it. So it could work, like I said, for anybody. You'll see what I mean. Let me show you. Okay. In this beautiful light bulb. I like light. Yeah, I actually like light. 7%. Okay. So if you have a business or you're trying to tell somebody something important, if you're at work, if you are talking to somebody at all, well, I said create interest with customers to convert them. You can also be converting you. You could be converting the things that you want the people to do what you want. It's not necessarily a form of manipulation. It's actually a way to prove more of your authentic self, basically. So, it's my way of saying, don't manipulate people. That's what I'm trying to say. Do the opposite of manipulation and actually help people by giving them a story so they can understand and have an interest in the things that you're talking about. I could give you a story right now to tell you, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go with it. And we're again. I am on the side trying to still make the talk subject work, and that's what I'm really doing because and if you watch any of my other lives, this is what I'm always doing. I'm trying to get this stuff to work every effing time. And it is beyond annoying. At this point, I don't know what to do to get it to work. I mean, it does work, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about you creating stories and getting people interested in that way. Okay, so let's go into the next thing. What's another life hack that will benefit you? Right, because that's really what this is all about. Okay, so I already talked about creating a story and telling people in that way. But it's also about being clear and concise. You know, the thing that I'm not doing right now, being all clear and concise? That's exactly what I'm talking about. You want to be clear and concise. I'm going to work on that. That's my little life hack to work on. But the other thing you want to work on, or is it me? Should I be working on it? Yeah, because what is most important is to be you by being your brand. That makes sense. So, for example, well, you are still your own brand. Think about that for a moment. You're still your own brand. Because if you have a regular 9-to-5 job, you want a promotion. Well, you are still your own brand. Why should they promote you? You know that wonderful question, why should you get promoted? Well, you should get promoted because you're your own brand. And you know how to get people interested in the things that you have to say and you know, getting them on your side. Okay. So, stories get people hooked. Be you is being your brand. But psychology. Why did I put a psychology thing here? Well, because it doesn't matter what you're selling. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter who you're talking to. The goal here is to use psychology in all of it. So everything I just said to you is actually using psychology to benefit you. You're telling a story. You are capturing people's attention by being the most authentic self that you can be. And you're using psychology to do it. But if you want to really make psychology work for you, the best thing to do is actually to study psychology. So even if you're not interested in going back to school or anything like that, you don't have to. That's okay. But you could watch YouTube videos. You can go on, a plethora of different places, Coursera, and learn a little bit more about psychology and allow that to help you go further in life. Because now you understand why people do what they do and why people tip. So if you put it all together here, you're capturing somebody's attention because you're using your ability to tell a story. You're making sure that everyone knows the authentic you because you are your brand. Even if you're not a brand, you're just a regular person, you are your brand, and you're using psychology to push you forward. These are great life hacks. Just think about that. Okay, so the next one. All right, listening to certain audio. I need to press this button one more time. Okay, so listening to certain audio. Why does that matter? Well, we're all not created equal, and yet we're all kind of created equal, right? There are things that work for pretty much everybody. Doesn't matter what you're going through, and music is one of those things. So if you have a life hack that you might take with you out of all of this, I heavily suggest that you use audio to your benefit. How do you use audio to your benefit? You listen to very particular music. This is a newer thing, and because I'm not showing it full screen, here we go. Okay, so the music that you want to listen to help you really either focus or get further in life, and this is all scientifically proven, classical music, nature sounds, white noise, and if you're neurodivergent, not in all cases in every person out there in the world, so you're going to have to find the best one for you, binaural beats and brown noise. But if you are neurodivergent and binaural beats or brown noise doesn't work for you, I heavily suggest going and checking on the classical music, because it can help calm you, it can help focus you, it can do a lot. And that's why music is a huge life hack. We take it for granted. If you're sitting there stressed out, throwing on some white noise or brown noise may actually help you relax. So will nature sounds. If you notice and you're listening to a whole bunch of those calm apps or all those different ways to get you to calm down and feel comfortable, well, one of the ways to do that is sound. That's why they incorporate sound. Sound is incorporated because it has so many benefits for the listener in whatever it is you're looking for. It could be to focus, it could be to calm down, it could even be to energize you. I mean, one of the secrets that they say out there too is if you want to learn how to clean your home and keep it going, one of the things that they say to do is to throw on some music. So music actually is a life hack. We take it for granted. We should be using music to benefit us in every single situation of our day, instead of just throwing it on whenever you have a minute. Don't throw it on when you have a minute. Throw it on all the time. Put it on in the background. Put it on when you're driving. Of course, most people do that anyway. Talk radio is great too, but come on now. Let's really think about how much more music can impact. Okay, don't get me wrong. You can learn. Oh, unless you're learning some psychology like I was talking about before. Taking some courses. Okay, so how else can you have these wonderful life hacks in your life. That's going to benefit you no matter what. My thing, how do I clean faster? Yeah. I don't want to have to sit there and clean literally all day. I don't hate cleaning. I know, I'm weird. But I don't need to necessarily clean all day either. And if you're a busy person, doesn't matter if it's a life hack. Oh my God. It doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur. This life hack works for entrepreneurs, parents, anybody. Why? Because most people don't necessarily like to clean. So how do you make your life a little bit easier in that aspect? Well, this is one of them. I have more cleaning in here, but one of them is actually about keeping that odor out. And that is a half a cup of bleach in your trash will help you reduce that odor. That's all you have to do. But this is when you're taking out your trash from your house into that big trash bin. So consider that. Okay, next life hack. That's what we're here for. Okay, this one, my family does this. Not everybody does this. I did not scour this over the internet. My family does this, and it works. It's been working for us. We are a family of a million. That's what it feels like. There's just many of us. We've got young kids. We've got older children. Moral of the story is, how do we make laundry not so bad? We put the laundry directly into the washing machine. Yeah, I don't sit there and try and figure out how much laundry there is everywhere. For what? Yes, there's laundry baskets technically, but I don't use laundry baskets to go and collect clothing unless I absolutely need to in that moment and I just cannot get to it. But it's always in my head, like, grab it from there and put it directly in the washing machine. And here's one of the best parts of that. You never really have to worry about overfilling or being way behind on your laundry, because if you have your pods there or you have your liquid for the washing machine, I mean, boom, it's right there. You just throw it in, put it inside of the dryer, and then you almost always only really have that one load of laundry, unless you're doing like the deep cleaning days. But then there's also those cleaning services out there. Again, not a lot of people know that there's cleaning services, but how long does laundry take? It takes forever. Life hacks, don't do it, or make it easier to do it without having all these little baskets everywhere. But don't get rid of baskets. Keep baskets. If you've got them, use them, because they can actually help you declutter your home. Haha, so keep them in every room. Okay. Oh, and color catchers. If you feel like you're going to have your clothes, the color bleeding into all of it, you just use a color catcher, no problem. Now, life hack for everybody. How to use Google more efficiently. There is a way to use Google, although many, again, don't know this. But Google, okay, let's go back in time. Yes, technically, we've had many decades now with having a computer that exists. But it all started out a very particular way. More about those coders. I mean, when you were using the computer in the very beginning, you were literally taking a book and learning what some of the codes are in order to type it in to go and play that little fun game. I mean, that was the beginning of computers. Well, as time has progressed, we're using Google just to search because, oh, there was Ask Jeeves and all that stuff, but we're using Google and just saying, hey, just do this. But in reality, if you go back in time or you just think about it, there's actually a more efficient way to use Google for your benefit, and it's going to save you time, thereby giving you a life hack. Let's go through those things. I've got a few for you. Okay. For the first one, quotation marks. Well, what do I mean by that? Okay, so say you're looking up Google Analytics, or shoot, TikTok Analytics, YouTube Analytics, whatever analytics you want to look for, right? And then this doesn't have to be analytics. It could be anything. It could be the opera. If you put quotation marks around the search that you're looking for, so if I said Google Analytics, I would put it around, the entire word Google Analytics. That's telling Google you want an exact search. So it will not give you all those random search results that you're like, that's not what I said at all, or what is this? It gets rid of all of that. It's an exact search because it's specifically looking for Google Analytics only, or the washing machine. And it's only looking for search results that have the washing machine. What's a way to exclude terms? Because, for example, Chicago Fire. People like that show, but it's also an actual fire station, obviously. So if you don't want the fire station to come up, but you're trying to find out about how to get the great show, what is that called? Spoilers or something? Or you just kind of want to have an idea of when the next season's coming out. So you're going to say, I want to exclude the word fire station. So how do you do that? Well, you use a dash. You would say Chicago Fire dash fire station. What you're doing is telling Google, do not give me anything about fire stations. Please, I just want to watch the show. I just want more information about the show. And there you go. You just get that. Little hack, right? Okay, here's another one. If you want the synonym as a result, I know, you're probably like, why would I want a synonym? What is this? I get it. Well, if you want that as a result, you want to use the tilde line, that little squiggly line. So a good example is music class. So you say music, little dash, or the little squiggly, classes. So what it's going to actually give you is music classes, music courses, music lessons. I mean, that's kind of what a lot of us are looking for when we're, especially if you're looking for something for your children, you're trying to actually sign them up for a class. That's why I was actually thinking classes is great. So, yeah, I don't know. I love this one. But, of course, now you're also saying, it's a very specific thing, give me all the synonyms. So be careful about what you are searching for, because you may be searching something quite innocent, and yet you won't get the most innocent thing from it. Okay. So, time frames. How do we get time frames? Because that's a possibility. What if you want to see, like, 90s movies, or you're specifically looking for a movie in the 90s, but only from, like, I put over here 1998 to 2000, but, like, say you're looking for 1998 to 1999. You know a specific movie you want to see came out that year. Well, you can actually say 1999, or 1998, because I was saying in the 90s, ... 1999. You're telling Google, please only look up between that time frame. I feel like that's a pretty awesome thing too. Have definitely done that, and I've gone through like the different gateways into trying to find like one specific actor, or because it's the internet. You just go down holes. This is just me. How about you? Is it you too? Do you go down black holes on the internet? Okay, so what's another one? File type. I don't really think that file type is something that people are going to be looking up quite often, but I figured you all might want to know. If you are looking for a specific file type, all you have to do is say, I put over here an example, Texas state laws, file type, ... PDF. That's it. So you have to specify you're looking for a file type, but then you say what the file type is. And then you will only get search results with, of course, what you said, and then the type of file that you're looking for. So you don't have to scour the website either. So in that sense, it's kind of good too. So if you're needing to, download a specific document because you're going to go to a doctor's appointment or something like that, but you don't want to have to go through the entire website, well, the website has pages and it's going to come up separately, and so it's going to bring you directly there. So file type does help, but I don't know that it's going to be for everybody all the time. Okay, so what's another one? What if you want to look up somebody by location? What if you're interested in what Beyonce or Taylor Swift is doing right now? How do you figure out their location? Well, you ask Google. And you ask Google specifically, Beyonce, location. And then you give the location that you're looking at. Do you think that she may be in Los Angeles? Do you think she may be in Texas? You go ahead and you say Beyonce location and the actual location, and it will give you all the search results telling you exactly where Queen Bee is. Where is she? Is she here? I'm in Texas. Is she here? Probably not. But that's kind of cool. That'd be cool. I'm not going to stop. It's not good. That's against the law. But it would be kind of fun. What? So all of you in your wonderful, what are those things called? Fandom worlds? Maybe I'm part of one. I'm one for Kelly Clarkson, though. And she moved to New York. And so now I'm like, how can I go to New York? I'm going to be writing Kelly Clarkson, location. Where ya at, New York? Okay, next up, we've got the wild card. Now here's my thing. Yeah, you can do a search result for wild card. Again, I wanted to put this in there just because it's good for anybody who wants to know. But I kind of feel like, you could probably just look up anything if you wanted to. But you just use the asterisk sign. So you would say the asterisk money, and then it would just it's a wild card, so it's going to come up with, a lot of wild, crazy, different things about money. I was just using money as an example. It could be anything you want. Now, use this cautiously in the way that's going to benefit you, but not going too crazy out there. And, of course, if you want any of this, you can always just head over to GBRLIFE.com and click on More and Live on Wednesdays, and you will see this entire presentation right there. So you don't have to go far in order to find this, and you will actually find every single one of these items so that you have a life hack right in front of you. Or follow me, and I'll just tell you. Okay, so what's the next one? I bet you're all wondering when you're gonna get a credit card. The easiest. That would be between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m. Yeah, there is a good time frame to apply for credit cards. If you've got great credit and you're doing perfect in the world, go apply for it whenever you want. But if you want to get that credit card with a decent line of credit, you're going to do that between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m. Why? Because that's when you're dealing with the bots. And the bots are like, you seem fine. Come on in. Now, of course, can they reject you later on? That's always a possibility. But they're less likely to because now they've got you and they want you. So 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. if you are looking to get a credit card and get it with less likely to be rejection. Wow, that didn't even sound right. With less likely to be rejection. Where you're unlikely to be rejected. I need sleep. Okay, next up. Oh, went backwards. What was that? So speaking of credit cards. Okay, we now know how to do Google searches. We now know the right time to go and get those credit cards. But how do you make it more guaranteed? If you're a business, or you happen to have a side business and you want to get a credit card for that, one of the important things to say here is that you want to say that you are employed by your business. And I would recommend it to everybody out there, I don't care what you do, get yourself an LLC, honestly. Because there's so many benefits under that, and if you're like, oh, I don't want to do that, this is a life hack that I don't even have listed. Get yourself an LLC, because at the end of the day, you can do a lot of things under that LLC, and, you can get a lot more write-offs with your taxes and stuff. And if you're afraid of taxes, and that's the big thing, believe me, TurboTax and all that have an entire business section. You're literally just clicking yes, 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 no, 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 and that's it. It's not that complicated, but it will help you out tremendously and getting a lot more out there. You think about, how do the rich stay rich? How do the rich get richer? It's because they know, don't put all the liability on yourself. You put it on a company, right? Now, I'm not saying your house, but other little things out there. So if you want to do that, you're employed by your LLC. You're the president, owner, who's employed by that LLC. Because technically you are. It's your company, but you have no liability, so it's its own thing, but you are its thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The semantics are, get yourself a credit card, 12 a.m., 3 a.m. Okay, next up. Oh, I forgot. The best ones to get credit cards for, where they love it and they're more likely to bring you in, is consulting, enterprise, and marketing. Those are the best ones to get funding for. That includes also business loans. Consulting, enterprise, marketing. Consulting, enterprise, marketing. Okay. Now let's go into cleaning, because it's my favorite topic on the list. No, I'm just kidding. But cleaning hacks are great, okay? Because they make your life easier. And I already went into the one about the trash can, but now let's get into the ones that will also make your life easier. We're going to do this really quickly, and you're not going to have to worry about cleaning all the effing time. Okay, first one, set a timer for each area that needs to be cleaned. This happens once a day. When I say set a timer, I don't mean set a timer for like an hour. I'm talking about like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then you just go ham. Just go clean. But only in one area. You're only one person. Who expects you to clean your entire house all day, every day? If they say that they do, that's a them problem, not a you problem. Okay? So you're just going to set a timer. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, go. Once that timer is done, well, you're done. No, I'm serious. You're done. Stop doing what you're doing. You did it. But you're going to want to tackle that biggest issue first so that you actually feel good about what you just did. So if you're in the kitchen, of course, get the dishes clean, because that's probably the biggest issue. Get it done. Get it out of the way. 10, 15 minutes, you will be done with those dishes. And then while you're done with those dishes, if you have time, go and clean the counters. It's a little bit further down on the thing, but and for all of those of you on the TikTok, I'm sorry you can't see it as clearly, but it says on my little presentation on the bottom, I don't know if you can see mine, that doesn't matter, to clean the counter, or I said top to bottom. So really what that means is you want to clean from the top, countertops first, and then go down to floors. So if you gave yourself 20 minutes instead of 15 minutes, and you have that time, you've done the dishes, we're still in the kitchen here, you've done the dishes, you've cleaned the countertops. No, you want to clean the countertops, but you also want to clean your floor. Go with the countertops first, because that's where you put all the stuff and whatnot, and that's the kind of the first place people are going to see. Plus, the next time, you can always just clean the floors, because you've done the dishes, you've done the, I mean, there might be more dishes, but hey, you did the dishes, and you've got the counter, so you're good to go. Okay, next thing. You're going to create a calendar. I know. Before you start yelling at me through a screen, what you're going to do is create a calendar. This is a one-time thing. And you're going to schedule all your deep cleaning. So obviously this won't, the 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there for each room that you're going to do once a day, it's not going to work for your entire year. What it's going to do is it's going to make everything always nicely decluttered and livable. But you still need to do deep cleaning, because there's places in your house that you're just never going to get to unless you literally schedule it. But just schedule it, and you make it that specific day at that time. That's the thing you're going to do. You know it, you see it's coming up on the calendar, you just do it, and it's done. Then you move on to the next thing. Honestly, because why do you need to put all of that extra burden on yourself? You create the calendar and you move on with your life, because cleaning does not have to be a thing, even though I like it. Do you like it? Because I like it. Oh, so Savannah, thank you for liking the live. I'm loving every single one of you who are on my live today. I'm giving you so much appreciation. I'm thinking every time I look over at my viewers, I love you, I love you, I love you, because you're watching this live. And remember, I am live every Wednesday at 9:45. I was like 5 or 10 minutes late today, but every Wednesday 9:45, and you'll get more of this. It won't always be hacks. Sometimes we'll just be talking. Don't worry, there's more. Okay, so we've gotten our kitchen kind of clean, or house in general clean. But if you're going to clean those countertops, this is one of the best reasons to clean those countertops, because you can technically still do the dishes and then go wipe the countertops, maybe, halfway through, because you're actually supposed to leave the sanitizer on the countertop, which can just be dish soap, water, and a little bit of alcohol. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Spray, and then you wait about 15 to 30 seconds, and then you wipe. That's it. I mean, I feel like that when I heard you have to actually leave it on the countertop for a couple minutes, or I'm sorry, less than a minute, half a minute. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are like, I don't want to wait a half a minute, but really, if you're doing your 10 to 15 minutes, you're going quickly anyway, so kind of done there. And do not put vinegar. Don't put vinegar on stone countertops. It's not really a life hack, but I just felt like I needed to tell people that. Don't put vinegar on stone countertops. It will eat through everything. Vinegar is fantastic to clean, but not for stone. So if you have stone floors, don't use vinegar to clean them. Because that's a life hack of don't ruin your stuff. Now, you see a QR code. I'm not telling you to go and, scan this or anything. This QR code I added because that's what can come up if you go on any website. So say it's your website. You just right click and it will ask you all the different things you want to do there, including create a QR code. You don't have to try and figure out how to use all those different tools or crazy things in order to do a QR code. Not at all. Just right click on the website you're on and press create QR code. Done. It automatically downloads to your computer or device. Thank you for all the likes. Y'all are awesome. Okay. Next up is nothing. It's me asking you, what life hacks or tricks do you know about? I would love to hear from you, but I will say this. Again, GBRLIFE.com, link in bio, all that fun stuff. You can always say it there. And I would actually love to, hear from you. But most importantly, I would love to know what specific item that you do that you cannot live without now. That's my thing. Because I was scouring the world. I do. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a parent. I'm busy. Just like you. And that was my point, to give you everything that I know. And I'm just going to remind you again, don't do the laundry. Do the laundry. But don't have a bunch of bath. That was my little life hack. Which is why I'd love to know more about you. Okay. I enjoyed being live with you guys. I want to see what next week is going to be about. Actually see my schedule is on the screen. You can't if you're looking at other places. But if you are looking, if you are watching on the Ticks of Talks, you can actually see I have a schedule. And I use Excel. I use Excel because, actually, I'll show you all. Let me do it this way. I use Excel because it's quick and easy. And I love that. But yeah, I have my entire year scheduled out. I did that another day. But I can always go through that if anybody wants to find out how to schedule your life. Okay, my life isn't scheduled, just like topics and stuff that I am going to discuss. Because, okay, today's 2/7. Over here then. 2/14. Ooh, I'm going to talk to you all on Valentine's Day. Ooh, we're going to unwind, reflect, and celebrate love. That's what we're talking about next week. But really, I just want to know what you guys are doing on Valentine's Day. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the biggest topic of discussion. What are you guys up to? And why are you watching my live? But it'll probably be a quick one because I happen to be married. So, I'll have to give some time to my husband too. Put on some candles. We'll set the mood. But until next week, I can't wait to talk to all of you again. If you have anything else you kind of want to talk about, I'm always up for ideas with topics. Yeah, I have a schedule, but the real deal stuff. Okay, until next week, talk to you all soon. Bye.